Sure, here is a great, deep and detailed summary of the full explanation of organization in animals in the simplest and clearest language, just like a perfect teacher would explain it to a complete beginner. Detailed summary, structural organization in animals. 1. What is structural organization? It means how the body of an animal is built and arranged, from tiny parts to full working systems. Animals, especially complex ones like humans, have many parts that are carefully organized to do different jobs. 2. Two types of animals based on cells. A. Unicellular animals. Uni equals one, cellular equals cell. These animals are made of just that one cell, everything. Eats, moves, reproduces. Example, amoeba, paramecium. B. Multicellular animals. Multi equals many. These animals have many cells, sometimes billions. Different groups of cells do different jobs. Example, humans, dogs, fish, etc. 3. What is a tissue? When many similar cells, same shape and job, join together, they form a tissue. These cells work together to do one specific job. Tissues are the first level of organization in multicellular animals. Examples of tissues. There are only 4 basic types of tissues in all animals. Tissue type, function. Example, helps in arms, heart. Epithelial, covers and protects body surfaces, skin, lining of mouth. Connective, supports, connects, or holds parts. Blood, bones, fat. Muscular, helps in movement, muscles in arms, heart. Nervous, sends signals and messages, brain, spinal cord, nerves.
4.
What is an organ? When different types of tissues come together and work as a team, they form an organ. Each organ has a specific job in the body. Examples of organs. Organ job it does. Heart, pumps blood throughout the body. Lungs, help in breathing. Stomach, digests food. Kidney, removes waste from the blood. 5. What is an organ system? When several organs work together to do one big function, they form an organ system. Examples of organ systems. Organ system, organs involved, main function. Digestive system, mouth, stomach, intestines, liver, digests food and absorbs nutrients. Respiratory system, nose, windpipe, lungs, helps in breathing and oxygen exchange. Circulatory system, heart, blood vessels, blood carries oxygen and nutrients around. Nervous system, brain, spinal cord, nerves, controls body actions and sends signals. 6. What is division of labor in the body? In a multicellular body, work is shared between different parts. Cells do small jobs, tissues do bigger jobs, organs do complete jobs, organ systems do very big body functions. This is called division of labor. Just like in a company where different workers do different tasks. All parts work together to keep the whole body alive and healthy. 7. How does this help? This organization makes sure the body works smoothly and efficiently. No single cell has to do everything. Each level of the body is specialized to do a specific task. The body becomes like a well-organized machine or factory where each part has a clear role. A final, super simple flowchart. Cells, tiny units, grouped together to form tissues, same kind of cells, join together to make organs, body parts, special jobs, work together in organ systems, groups of organs doing big jobs, all systems together make a full animal body. Conclusion. The body of animals, including humans, is built in a very neat and organized way. Cells are the smallest parts. Tissues are groups of similar cells. Organs are made from tissues. Organ systems are made from organs. All these parts share the work. This is called division of labor. This structure helps animals live, grow, and survive. Would you like a mind map, visual chart, or a comic strip of this too? I'd be happy to make it. Absolutely. Here is a great, deep and detailed summary of the topic organ and organ system, explained in the most simple, clear and complete way, like the best teacher would explain to someone with no prior knowledge. Detailed summary, organ and organ system. 1. What is the structure of the body in multicellular animals? Multicellular animals, like frogs and humans, have bodies made of millions of cells. These cells are not all the same. They do different jobs. To manage this, the body is organized step by step. Cells form tissues. Tissues form organs. Organs form organ systems. All organ systems together form the complete body. This organized system makes it easy for all parts of the body to work smoothly and together. 2. What are organs? An organ is a body part made of one or more types of tissues. It does a specific job that helps the body survive. Example, the heart is an organ. It pumps blood to the whole body. The heart is made of 4 types of tissues. 1. Epithelial tissue covers the inside and outside. 2. Connective tissue supports and connects parts. And 3. Muscular tissue helps it beat, contract and relax. 4. Nervous tissue tells it when to beat. Most organs are made from more type of tissue, all working together. 3. What are organ systems? An organ system is a group of organs to do a big function. Example, the digestive system has organs like mouth, chews food, stomach, breaks food, intestines, absorbs nutrients. All organs in this system work together to digest food and give energy to the body. Other examples, respiratory system helps, circulatory system moves blood, nervous system sends messages. Each system is like a team of organs doing one big job. 4. Why is this organization important? The human or frog body has millions of cells. If all cells worked without order, there would be confusion and no control. But when cells form tissues, tissues form organs, and organs form systems, the body becomes organized, efficient, well coordinated. This organization allows the body to do many jobs at the same time, save energy, avoid confusion. It's like a company where workers equals cells, departments equals tissues, teams organs, divisions equals organ systems. Everyone knows what to do. 5. What is an evolutionary trend? When we study many animals, from simple worms to complex mammals, we see a clear pattern. Simple animals have simple organs and systems. Complex animals have advanced and more efficient systems. This pattern is called an evolutionary trend. It means that over millions of years, animals changed and became more complex and better designed. You will study more about evolution in Class 12. 6. What is morphology and anatomy? To understand the structure of animals, we study 2 things. Morphology, study of the outer look of the body, how the animal looks from outside, shape, size, color, position of body parts. Example, in a frog, morphology includes skin, eyes, legs, body shape. Anatomy, study of the inner parts, organs inside the body. What's inside the body? Heart, stomach, lungs, liver, etc. Example, in a frog, anatomy includes its heart, brain, intestines. So, morphology equals outside view, anatomy inside view. 7. Why study the frog? In this chapter, you are learning about the frog because it is a vertebrate, has a backbone, it is simple enough to easily. It helps you at animals, including humans. By studying the frog's morphology and anatomy, you learn how vertebrate animals are structured and function. Final, super simple recap table. Concept, meaning, example, digestive system, respiratory tissue group of same type cells, muscle tissue, blood tissue, organ, parts made of tissues doing one job, heart, lungs, liver, group of organs doing the job, digestive system, respiratory system, morphology, study of outer body shape, look, frog skin, legs, eyes, anatomy, study of internal organs, frog's heart, stomach, liver, evolutionary trend, pattern of body becoming more complex, from simple worm to frog to human. Conclusion. The body is built in layers of organization. Cells, tissues, organs, organ systems. This organization helps the body to work in a smooth, controlled, and efficient way. Each organ is made of different tissues. Different organs form organ systems that do big body functions. The body gets more complex as we move from simple animals to advanced animals, evolution. In this chapter, you will study the frog and learn its morphology, outside, anatomy, inside. Would you like a diagram, mind map, or comic strip of this summary too? I'd be happy to make it for you. Absolutely. Here is a great, deep and detailed summary of the topic frogs, explained in the simplest and clearest way, just like the best teacher would explain to a beginner. Detailed summary of frogs. 1. Where do frogs live? Frogs can live in 2 environments: on land, grass, forest, soil, etc., in freshwater, ponds, lakes, rivers. Animals that live both in water and land are called amphibians. What type of animal is a frog? Frogs belong to amphibians, phylum Chordata, animals with a backbone. This means frogs are vertebrates. They have a backbone and can survive in both water and land. 3. Common Indian frog. The most common frog in India is called Rana tigrina. Its updated name is Hoplobatrachus tigerinus. If you see a large greenish frog in India, it is likely Rana tigrina. 4. Are frogs cold-blooded? Yes, frogs are cold-blooded animals, also called poikilotherms. This means their body temperature changes with the outside temperature. Unlike humans, who always stay around 37 degrees, frogs become warm in hot weather, become cold in cold weather. Colour change. Frogs can change their skin colour depending on their surroundings. On green grass, they may look green. On dry land, they may look brown. This ability helps them to blend into their surroundings. 6. Why do frogs change colour? Frogs use colour change to hide from their enemies. This hiding trick is called camouflage. Camouflage helps frogs avoid being seen by birds, snakes, bigger animals. 7. What is mimicry? The frog's ability to match its background is also called mimicry. Mimicry, copying the look of something to stay safe. In frogs, mimicry means copying the colours of the place they are sitting on. 8. Frogs disappear during summer and winter. Frogs are not seen during very hot or very cold months. This is because their body cannot handle extreme temperatures. They hide to protect themselves. 9. Where do frogs go during harsh weather? Frogs dig or find deep holes in the ground, called burrows. These burrows are cool during summer, warm during winter. Inside the burrow, frogs rest and stay safe. What is summer sleep and winter sleep? Frogs go into a special deep sleep to survive harsh weather. Summer sleep, estivation, happens when it is too hot. Frog hides and sleeps in a cool burrow. Winter sleep, hibernation, happens when it is too cold. Frog hides and sleeps in a warm burrow. During these times, frogs don't eat, don't move much, save energy. Super easy recap table. Simple explanation. Habitat lives in water and on land type. Amphibian, vertebrate, has backbone. Common species in India, Rana, also called Hoplobatrachus tigerinus. Body temperate, cold-blooded, changes with outside temperature. Colour change. Yes, frog can change colour to match background. Why change colour? To hide from enemies, camouflage and mimicry. Where are they in summer, winter? Hidden underground in burrows. Summer sleep name, estivation. Winter sleep name, hibernation. 1 sentence summary. Frogs are cold-blooded amphibians that live on land and in freshwater, change their colour to protect themselves, and survive extreme weather by sleeping in deep burrows during summer, estivation and winter. Would you like me to create a mind map, diagram, or visual chart to help you remember this better? I'd be happy to do that. Absolutely. Here is a great, deep and detailed summary of the topic. Detailed summary, external features morphology of a frog. 1. Body structure morphology. The frog's body is divided into two main parts. Head, trunk. It has no neck and no tail in adult form. This simple body shape helps the frog move easily in water and on land. 2. Skin characteristics. The skin of a frog is
Smooth, slimy, slippery.
always moist. This moistness is due to mucus, a thin, slippery liquid that protects the skin, helps the frog breathe through its skin, lets the frog absorb water through its skin. It doesn't drink water like we do. 3. Colour of the body. The dorsal side, top of the body, is usually olive green with dark, irregular spots. This helps the frog hide in grass or leafy areas. Called camouflage, the ventral side, underside or belly is pale yellow, smooth and plain. This side usually faces the ground or water. 4. Nose, nostrils. A frog has two small nostrils located just above the mouth. These are used for breathing air when the frog is on land or at the surface of water. 5. Eyes. Frogs have big, bulging eyes that stick out from the head. Each eye is protected by a nictitating membrane, a thin, transparent covering like goggles. Protects eyes underwater, keeps eyes moist and clean, still lets the frog see clearly underwater. 6. Ears, tympanum. Frogs don't have external ears like humans. Instead, they have a round, flat patch behind each eye called the tympanum. The tympanum receives sound vibrations, helps the frog hear both on land and in water. 7. Limbs, legs. Frogs have 4 limbs, 2 front legs and 2 hind limbs, back legs. 4 limbs, shorter, end in 4 fingers, help in walking, balancing and sitting. Hind limbs, longer and stronger, end in 5 toes. Toes are webbed, have skin between them. Help in swimming, webbed feet work like paddles, jumping or leaping, burrowing into soil. The powerful hind limbs are what make frogs excellent jumpers and swimmers. 8. Absorption. Frogs do not drink water through their mouth. Instead, they absorb water directly through their moist skin, especially from damp places or water bodies. 9. Sexual dimorphism, difference between male and female frogs. This means our males and females look slightly different. Male frog has vocal sacs, balloon-like pouches on either side of the throat, help in croaking, making sound, to attract females, has a copulatory pad. A rough patch on the first finger of the forelimb helps hold the female during mating. Female frog does not have vocal sacs, does not have copulatory pad. Quick summary table. Feature.
Description. Head.
Body division. Head and trunk only, no neck, no tail. Skin. Smooth, slippery, moist due to mucus. Water intake. Absorbed through skin, not by drinking. Dorsal side colour, olive green with dark spots, camouflage. Ventral side colour, pale yellow. Eyes bulging with nictitating membrane, protects eyes underwater. Nostrils 2, above mouth, used for breathing air. Ears, tympanum, flat circle behind eyes, receives sound. 4 limbs, 4 fingers used for walking and balance limbs, 5 toes, webbed, powerful, used for jumping and swimming. Male frog features, vocal sacs plus copulatory pad. Female frog features, lacks both vocal sacs and copulatory pad. Simple summary. Frogs are amphibians with smooth, moist skin that helps them breathe and absorb water. Their body is divided into a head and trunk without a neck or tail. They have bulging eyes with protective membranes, webbed hind feet for swimming and strong back legs for jumping. Male frogs can be told apart from females by their vocal sacs and mating plan. Would you like a diagram, mind map or drawing of this frog body structure too? I'd be happy to make one for you. Absolutely. Here's a deep and detailed summary of the digestive system and internal anatomy of a frog in the simplest and clearest language possible, as in someone with zero background. Great, deepest, detailed summary in easiest words. 1. What is frog anatomy? Anatomy means the study of the inside of the body, all the organs and how they work. Inside a frog's body, there is a big space called the body cavity. This cavity contains many systems that work together to keep the frog alive, such as digestive system, circulatory system, blood and heart, respiratory system, breathing, nervous system, brain and nerves, extracerebral, reproductive system, making babies. Summary focuses on the digestive system. 2. Digestive system of a frog. Purpose: to break down food into simple parts, nutrients that can be used by the frog's body for energy, growth, survival. 3. Pathway of food in a frog's body.
Yeah.
Let's follow the journey of food from the start to the end. MA. Mouth and tongue. Frogs have a long, sticky, forked tongue with 2 tips. The tongue is attached at the front of the mouth, flips out fast to catch insects. This is the first step of food entering the body. B. Buccal cavity, mouth inside space. After catching food, the frog places it in the buccal cavity mouth area. No chewing happens. Food is swallowed directly. C. Pharynx. This is the back part of the mouth, a small passage, pushes food into the oesophagus. Oesophagus. A short muscular tube that carries food to the stomach. It's like a slide or pipe for food. E. Stomach. A J-shaped muscular bag that starts real digestion. The walls of the stomach release hydrochloric acid, HCl, softens food, kills germs. Gastric juices, enzymes, start breaking proteins. The food becomes a thick, soupy liquid called chyme. F. Small intestine, divided into 2 important parts. 1. Duodenum, first part of the small intestine. 2 juices enter here through a common bile duct. Bile from the liver, stored in gallbladder. Pancreatic juice from pancreas. Bile breaks big fat pieces into smaller ones, emulsifies fat, helps the digestion of fats. Pancreatic juice contains enzymes that digest proteins, carbohydrates, sugars, fats. So duodenum, the main place for chemical digestion. 2. Rest of small intestine. Here, food is completely digested into tiny molecules. Inside walls have villi and microvilli, tiny finger-like folds. These absorb the digested food into the bloodstream. Think of them as tiny sponges sucking nutrients into the body. G. Large intestine, rectum. Any food that is not digested, like rough parts, waste, some water is absorbed here. The rest is stored as solid waste. H. Cloaca, an opening at the end of the digestive, excretory and reproductive systems. Waste, poop, urine and sex cells exit the body from here through the cloacal aperture. 4. Important helping organs. Digest. A. Liver. Large reddish-brown organ, makes bile which helps break down fat. Bile is not an enzyme but helps digestion. B. Gallbladder, small green sac under the liver, stores bile, sends bile into the duodenum when needed. C. Pancreas, a small pale gland near the stomach, makes pancreatic juice. This juice contains many enzymes to break down all food types. 5. Super simple final summary. Frogs catch insects with a sticky tongue. The food goes into the mouth, down a short food pipe and into the stomach. In the stomach, acids and juices begin to break down the food. Then, the small intestine finishes the digestion with help from the liver, bile, and pancreas, pancreatic juice. The food is absorbed into the blood through tiny folds called villi. The undigested part becomes waste, stored in the rectum, and leaves the body through the cloaca. What it does, mouth and tongue, catches food with sticky tongue. Buccal cavity, food enters, no chewing. Pharynx, connects mouth to food pipe. Esophagus, short tube from mouth to stomach. Stomach, acid plus juices digest proteins, makes chyme. Duodenum, biles, pancreatic juice, break down fats, proteins, carbs. Small intestine, finishes digestion, absorbs food using villi. Rectum, stores solid waste. Cloaca, common opening for poop, urine and sex cells. Liver, makes bile to break fat. Gallbladder, stores and sends bile to duodenum. Pancreas makes enzymes to digest everything. Would you like me to now make a labeled diagram, mind map, comic strip to help you memorize this easily? Let me know. I'm ready. Here is a great, deepest and most detailed summary of the respiratory and circulatory systems in frogs, explained in the simplest, clearest and most beginner-friendly language. Frog respiratory and circulatory systems. Great, deepest, detailed summary, step-by-step, easy English. Overview. Frogs are amphibians, which means they can live both on land and in water. To survive in these two different places, frogs have special ways of breathing and a strong circulatory system to carry oxygen and nutrients all over their body. Part 1, respiratory system in frogs. How frogs breathe and do gas exchange. Frogs breathe in 3 ways. Method, where used, organ used. Name, in water, underwater. Skin, cutaneous respiration. On land, air, lungs, plus mouth, skin, pulmonary respiration. While sleeping in summer, winter, underground, skin. During estivation, hibernation. Number 1, cutaneous respiration in water. Frogs don't have gills like fish. Instead, their thin, moist skin helps them breathe underwater. Oxygen that is dissolved in water passes through the skin and enters the blood. Carbon dioxide in the blood passes out through the skin. This movement of gases is called diffusion. Key point, frog skin must always stay wet to allow oxygen to pass through. 2. Pulmonary respiration on land. Frogs use lungs like humans when they are on land. They also use the buccal cavity, mouth, and skin to help. Lungs. 2 pink, soft, sac-like structures in the chest area, thorax. Air enters through nostrils, goes into mouth, then to lungs. In lungs, oxygen is taken into blood and carbon dioxide is released. Note, frogs do not have ribs or diaphragm, which humans use to breathe. Instead, they move their throat up and down to draw air in and out, called buccal pumping. 3. Respiration during estivation and hibernation. In very hot summers, estivation, or very cold winters, hibernation, frogs hide in deep mud holes. During this time, they don't use lungs. They breathe only through skin, since they are mostly still and skin can manage the small oxygen needs. Part 2, circulatory system in frogs, how frogs pump and move blood. Purpose of the circulatory system. 1. Carry oxygen to all body cells. 2. Carry food nutrients to body parts. 3. Take carbon dioxide and waste away from cells. 4. Protect body using white blood cells and lymph. Frog's heart, the blood pump located in the upper chest of the frog. It is muscular and covered by a thin protective cover called pericardium. Frog's heart has 3 chambers. Chamber function. Right atrium receives blood without oxygen, deoxygenated from body. Left atrium receives blood with oxygen, oxygenated from lungs. Ventricle mixes both types of blood and pumps it to body. Note, the ventricle sends mixed blood out to the body. Frogs have a less efficient system than humans who have 4 heart chambers, but it works for their lifestyle. Special structures in heart. 1. Sinus venosus. A small triangle-shaped chamber connected to right atrium collects used blood from veins, vena cava. 2. Conus arteriosus, a tube that carries blood out of heart, sends blood to different parts of the body using arteries. Blood vessels in frogs type carries blood. Arteries from heart to body, oxygen rich. Veins to heart from body, oxygen poor. Special portal systems in frogs. 1. Hepatic portal system, connects intestine to liver, brings digested nutrients to the liver before they go into the body. 2. Renal portal system, connects lower body to kidneys, filters waste from blood before it goes back to heart. Blood. The life fluid frog blood contains. Part, function. Plasma liquid part carries food, hormones, waste. RBC red blood cells contain nucleus and hemoglobin, carries oxygen. WBC white blood cells fight germs and infections. Platelets help in clotting to stop bleeding. Unlike humans, frog RBCs have nuclear. Lymphatic system, the body's defense but lymphic clear, watery fluid that moves through lymph vessels. Lymph has less protein and no red blood cells. Helps fight infections, return extra fluid from tissues back into blood. How circulation works. 1. Heart pumps blood to lungs or skin to get oxygen. 2. Oxygenated blood goes into left atrium, then to 3. Ventricle pumps it to the whole body. 4. Cells use oxygen and give off carbon dioxide. 5. Used blood returns to the right atrium. 6. Goes to lungs or skin to release CO2, get more oxygen. 7. Cycle repeats again and again. Final full system summary. Frogs breathe through skin in water and underground, and lungs, mouth cavity on land. Skin breathing is called cutaneous respiration. Lung breathing is called pulmonary respiration. When sleeping in heat or cold, frogs rely only on skin breathing. Frogs have a closed circulatory system with a 3-chambered heart. Right atrium, deoxygenated blood. Left atrium, oxygenated blood. Ventricle mixes and pumps the blood. Blood carries oxygen, food and water to cells and removes waste. Frog blood has nucleated RBCs, WBCs and platelets. Frogs also have a lymphatic system to fight infection and return extra fluids. Would you like a mind map, a labeled diagram, a Q&A revision sheet? Let me know. I'll prepare it instantly to help you revise easily. Here is a great, deep and detailed summary of the topic, Frogs' excretory system and control systems, nervous and endocrine, written in the simplest, clearest English, just like you're learning it for the first time. Frog, excretory system and control systems. Great, deep and detailed summary in simple words. 1. Excretory system removes waste like urine. Purpose: removes nitrogen waste like urea from the body, keeps the inside of the body clean and healthy. Main organs: organ function. Kidneys filter the blood and make urine. Tubes that carry urine from kidneys. Urinary bladder stores urine until the frog wants to release it. Cloaca, final common exit for urine, poop and reproductive material. Important points: frogs have 2 dark red bean-shaped kidneys. Kidneys have tiny filters called nephrons or uriniferous tubules that clean the blood. The ureters connect kidneys to the cloaca. In male frogs, ureters carry both urine and sperm, called urinogenital ducts. In female frogs, ureters and egg tubes, oviducts, open separately into the cloaca. Urinary bladder is a sac that stores urine before it leaves the body. Cloaca is the final exit for all waste, urine plus poop plus sperm eggs. Frogs excrete urea, so they are called ureotelic animals. Blood brings waste to the kidneys, and kidneys remove it. Control and coordination system. How the frog controls its actions, movement, and internal body functions. Frogs use 2 systems to control their body. System works by type of control. Nervous system sends fast signals using nerves. Quick control. Endocrine system sends slow signals using hormones. Long-term control, e.g. growth. A. Nervous system. Fast control using nerves. Divided into 3 parts. Part, what it includes, role. Central nervous system, CNS. Brain, spinal cord, main command center. Peripheral nervous system, PNS, nerves from brain and spine, sends messages to body. Autonomic nervous system, involuntary control, e.g. heartbeat, breathing, works automatically. Brain details, protected by a bony structure called the cranium brain box. Brain is divided into 3 parts, brain part, subparts, function. Forebrain, olfactory lobes, cerebral hemispheres. Diencephalon, controls smell, thinking, control of senses. Midbrain, optic lobes, controls vision, eyes. Cerebellum, medulla oblongata, controls balance, heartbeat, breathing. Medulla oblongata continues into the spinal cord through an opening called the foramen magnum. Cranial nerves. Frogs have 10 pairs of cranial nerves. These nerves control head functions like eyes, ears, nose, tongue, etc. B. Endocrine system. Slow control using hormones. What are hormones? Hormones are chemical messengers. They are made by endocrine glands. They travel in the blood and tell body parts what to do. Important endocrine glands in frogs. Gland, function. Pituitary, Master gland controls all other glands. Thyroid controls growth and body energy. Parathyroid controls calcium levels. Thymus helps with immune system. Pineal body controls sleep and day-night rhythms. Pancreatic islets controls blood sugar levels. Adrenal glands helps with stress and energy. Gonads, testes in males, ovaries in females, control reproduction, sperm, eggs, hormones. Final wrap-up summary. Frogs remove nitrogen waste, urea, ureters, bladder, and they excrete urea. Control their body using 1. Nervous system. Brain, forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain, 10 cranial nerves, controls quick actions and movements. 2. Endocrine system. Glands produce hormones, controls slow and long-term actions like growth and stress. Would you like mind map? A labeled diagram, short Q&A revision notes. Just let me know. I'll create it right away to help you learn better. Here is a great, deepest and most detailed summary of the topic. Frog, sense organs and reproductive system, explained in very simple, easy English, covering every detail clearly and step by step. Part 1. Sense organs of a frog. Frogs, like humans, use special body parts to interact with their surroundings. These are called sense organs. They help the frog see, hear, smell, taste and feel touch. The 5 main sense organs in a frog: what it does: nasal epithelium, vision, eyes, helps the frog see things; hearing, tympanum plus internal ears, helps the frog and keep balance; smell, nasal epithelium, helps the frog smell air, food or water; taste, taste buds, helps the frog taste food; touch, sensory papillae, helps the frog feel things. A more detailed explanation. 1. Eyes, vision. Frogs have 2 eyes located in sockets on the skull. Eyes are round, spherical in shape. Each eye is a simple eye. It has only 1 lens unit, not many like insects. Frogs can see both on land and in water. A nictitating membrane, a thin layer, covers the eyes for protection, especially while swimming. 2. Tympanum and internal ear, hearing balance. Frogs do not have visible ears like humans. Instead, they have a tympanum, a flat, round, disc-like skin located behind each eye. Acts like a drum to receive sound. Inside the head, they have an internal ear that helps with hearing sounds, helps with balancing the body while jumping or swimming. Now 3. Nasal epithelium, smell, located inside the nostrils, helps frog detect smells like food, danger, or water nearby. 4. Found inside the mouth, help frogs identify food as tasty or not. 5. Sensory papillae, touch, tiny sensitive spots on the skin, allow the frog to feel the surface of. 2. Reproductive system of a frog. Frogs reproduce through sexual reproduction, meaning 2 parents are needed. A male frog provides sperm, a female frog provides eggs. A. Male reproductive system. Main organs and their jobs: organ, function, and clut. Testes make sperm, male reproductive cells. Vasa efferentia, small tubes that carry sperm from testes. Bidder's canal collects sperm inside the kidney. Urinogenital duct carries sperm to cloaca. Cloaca, final chamber for urine, sperm and poop exit. Extra details. Frogs have 2 yellow oval testes placed on top of each kidney. The testes are held in place by a thin membrane called mesorchium. 10 to 12 vasa efferentia, tiny tubes, carry sperm from each testis to the bidder's canal. Then sperm flows through the urinogenital duct, which also carries urine in males. Both urine and sperm come out through one common exit called the cloaca.
B.
Female reproductive system, main organs and their jobs. Function: extraries, ovaries, make eggs, reproductive cells. Oviducts carry to cloaca. Cloaca, common exit for eggs, urine and poop. Extra details. Female frogs have 2 large ovaries placed near the kidneys. There is no connection between kidneys and ovaries. Eggs travel from the ovaries through two long tubes called oviducts. Oviducts carry the eggs to the cloaca from where the eggs exit the body. The female can lay 2,500 to 3,000 eggs at one time. C. Fertilization and development. Fertilization happens outside the body in water. Male frog releases sperm over the eggs laid by the female in water. This is called external fertilization. A baby frog starts out as a tadpole, a tiny fish-like creature. The tadpole has a tail and no legs. Through metamorphosis, the tadpole grows legs, loses its tail, and becomes a young frog. Why are frogs important? Benefit, explanation. Eat insects. Frogs eat bugs that harm crops, so they help farmers. Keep balance in nature. Frogs eat insects and are eaten by snakes and birds, so they maintain the food chain, used as food in some countries. Some people eat frog legs as a delicacy. Deepest summary in simple bullet points. Sense organs. Frogs have 5 sense organs: eyes, tympanum, taste buds, nasal lining and skin receptors. Eyes are simple with one lens, protected by a nictitating membrane. Tympanum acts like an eardrum. Internal ears help with hearing plus balance. Taste buds are in the mouth, help taste food. Smell comes from cells inside nostrils, nasal epithelium. Skin has touch sensors called sensory papillae. Male reproductive system. 2 yellow oval testes make sperm. Sperm passes through small tubes, vasa efferentia, goes into kidney, Bidder's canal, urinogenital duct, cloaca. Cloaca is a single opening for sperm, urine and poop. Female reproductive system. 2 large ovaries make thousands of eggs. Eggs move through long tubes, oviducts. Eggs leave body through cloaca. Fertilization happens in water, external. Baby is a tadpole, grows legs, becomes frog, metamorphosis. Importance of frogs: control harmful insects, help farmers protect crops, play a key role in food chains and ecosystems. Frog legs eaten in some countries. Would you like a mind map of this full topic? A diagram of male-female systems? A Q&A revision quiz? Just ask and I'll make. Sure, here's a deep, detailed and summary of the entire topic you've studied about structural organization in animals. Focus on the frog, written in the easiest English so that even a complete beginner can understand it like a story. Deepest, detailed and simple summary: structural organization in animals with
Frog as example, 1.
Basic building blocks of animal bodies. All animals are made of tiny living units called cells. One-celled animals, like amoeba, do everything by themselves. Multicellular animals, like frogs and humans, have many cells that do different jobs. When similar cells work together, they form a tissue. Tissues group together to form organs, like heart, lungs, stomach. Organs that work together for the same job form an organ system, like digestive system, nervous system. This setup is called the division of labor. Each part of the body has a special job that helps the whole body survive. 2. 4 basic types of tissues in animals. All animals, even complex ones, are mostly made of only 4 types of tissues. 1. Epithelial tissue covers and protects body parts like skin or the inside of the stomach. Looks like flat sheets of tightly joined cells. 2. Connective tissue connects and supports body parts like bones, blood, fat. 3. Muscular tissue helps in movement, muscles of arms, legs, heart. 4. Nervous tissue sends messages between body and brain. Brain, spinal cord, and a multicellular animal.
Frog,
Indian bullfrog.
Rana tigrina.
Basic information. Frog is an amphibian. It can live both in water and on land. It is cold-blooded. Its body temperature changes with outside temperature. It hides underground in hot summer, estivation, and in cold winter, hibernation. External features. Morphology. Body is divided into head and trunk, no neck or tail in adult frog. Skin is smooth, moist, and slippery due to mucus. Skin is greenish on top with spots and yellowish underneath. Frogs don't drink water, they absorb water through skin. They have bulging eyes with a protective membrane, nostrils for breathing, tympanum, ear on each side to hear, 2 front legs with 4 fingers each, 2 strong back legs with 5 toes and webs for swimming. Males have vocal sacs and a copulatory pad for reproduction. 4. Digestive system of the frog. Frogs eat insects using their sticky, 2-lobed tongue. Food travels through mouth, buccal cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, intestine, rectum, cloaca. Liver makes bile to digest fat stored in gallbladder. Pancreas makes digestive juices to break down food. Villi in the intestine absorb the nutrients. Waste is passed out through the cloaca, a common opening for poop, pee, and reproductive material. Respiratory system of the frog. Frogs breathe in 3 ways. 1. Skin in water, cutaneous respiration. 2. Lungs on land, pulmonary respiration. 3. Buccal cavity also helps in breathing. During summer, winter sleep, estivation, hibernation, they breathe only through skin. 6. Circulatory system of the frog. It is a closed system. Blood stays in blood vessels. Heart has 3 chambers, 2 atria, top chambers, 1 ventricle, bottom chamber. Sinus venosus collects blood and sends it to heart. Conus arteriosus sends blood from heart to body. Blood contains RBCs with nucleus and hemoglobin carry oxygen, WBCs to fight infection, platelets to clot blood. Portal system, hepatic portal, liver. Renal portal, kidneys, also has lymph like blood but no RB7. Excretory system of the frog. Main job, remove wastes like urea from the blood. Parts include kidneys, make urine, ureters, carry urine, urinary bladder, cloaca. In males, ureters also carry sperm, called urinogenital ducts. Frog is ureotelic, it excretes uretelic, it excretes. 8. Nervous and endocrine system. Nervous system has 1. Central, brain and spinal cord. 2. Periautonomic, autocontrol like heartbeat. Brain parts.
Forebrain.
Midbrain, vision, brain movement, balance. Brain is in sunny box, cranium. 10 pairs of cranial nerves come from the brain. Endocrine glands make hormones, pituitary, thyroid, adrenal, pancreas, etc. Hormones control growth, hunger, mood, etc. 9. Sense organs of the frog. Touch, sensory papillae. Taste, taste buds. Smell, nasal epithelium. Eyes for vision. Bulging and spherical, internal ears for hearing and balance. No external ear, only tympanum. 10. Reproductive system of the frog. In males, have 2 testes, make sperm. Sperm travels through vasa efferentia, kidneys, cloaca. In females, have 2 ovaries, make eggs. Eggs pass through oviduct, cloaca. Reproduction. Fertilization happens outside the body, in water. A female can lay 2,500 to 3,000 eggs at once. Eggs hatch into tadpoles, like small fish. Tadpoles grow and change into adult frogs through metamorphosis. 11. Importance of frogs. Frogs are useful to humans and nature. Eat harmful insects, protect crops, are food for many other animals, part of food chain, help keep the ecosystem balanced. Final takeaway in 5 lines. 1. Frogs are amazing animals that show how all body parts work together like a machine. 2. They breathe with lungs and skin, eat insects, and live both in water and on land. 3. Their body systems, digestive, nervous, circulatory, etc., work in harmony. 4. They grow from eggs, tadpoles, adult frogs, metamorphosis. 5. Frogs are helpful creatures and important for nature's balance. Would you also like
Mind map.
1-page printable notes? Question answer flashcards. I can make any of them for you. Just say what you'd like.